Isagi and Kaiser's rivalry started when Kaiser intercepted Isagi's goal in the training. The trash talk immediately began. Kaiser wants Isagi to be a challenge, so he himself can evolve further. He straight up calls Isagi a clown. At first, Isagi is a bum because he didn't even make the top 11 and is benched in the first match. So he observes Kaiser and realizes Kaiser is him. He's the him he wants to be. But when Kaiser did his Kaiser impact shot, it was so fast it surpassed even Isagi's ideal playstyle. Observing Kaiser made Isagi reevaluate his entire way of thinking. But then the Master Strikers come in, and Isagi is given a chance to play. It's time for Isagi to prove his existence in the field, but he messed up instantly and got in the way of Noah, which led to the opponent scoring a goal. Isagi was not in the level to interject between the masters. In short, he's not him yet, since no one will pass to Isagi. He steals a pass from his teammate. He hesitates to shoot the ball and gets blocked when he decided to kick it. He doesn't have Kaiser impact, so he has to come up with something else. Isagi steals a pass once again, but instead of shooting, he passes to his teammate, Kunigami, who is also rebelling against Kaiser. And when Kunigami shoots, he scores the final goal and wins the match. And Isagi earns an assist, making his presence known in the field, one step closer to dethroning Kaiser. In the second match, Isagi finally gets a starting role as an offensive midfielder. Isagi has another piece to help him out, Corona. With teamwork from Corona, he gets into position. But the pass gets intercepted by Kaiser. He still has to figure out how to deal with Kaiser in order to score a goal. Isagi notices that Kaiser constantly scans the field to expand his field of view and take the full picture. With this, he's able to predict where the players will be and thread the needle of the crowded players. He scores the goal and ties the match. Isagi discovers Metavision and Kaiser's golden formula for scoring goals. And now, he will try to adapt this formula to himself. Using Metavision, he constantly reads the field and was able to predict where the ball would land. And he successfully stole the ball from Nagi. He teams up with Corona once more, slices through the defense, and prepares to shoot his direct shot. But Kaiser gets in the way of his shot course. He shoots between Kaiser's legs, but his shot course is off. So Kunigami jumps in and gets to score the goal, giving Isagi another assist. Isagi and Kaiser are arriving at the same point in the field because they both have Metavision. He's now able to stand in the same ground as Kaiser, but it's not enough. He goes even further and discovers protagonism. Everyone has a different protagonism, whether it's rationality, to pass to someone, or to want to score a goal to survive. Isagi uses this as his new piece to evolve and grasp the field. And with that, he saw through Ryo's pass to Nagi and stopped their super goal. Isagi was able to use protagonism to his advantage, taking advantage of different players like Corona and Noah. Kaiser would surely stop his goal, but he had another piece, Yukimiya. He understood Yukimiya's protagonism, desperately wanting to score a goal. Yukimiya scores the goal and wins the match. Isagi now has 3 assists, outwitting Kaiser. But Kaiser wants to settle things with goals, not just assists. The third match begins, and Isagi is using Metavision right from the start. Don Lorenzo, another new Gen 11 player, slices through Bastard Munchin, and when he gets near the goal, he passes towards Beru. But Isagi saw through this with his Metavision and intercepted the pass. Corona and Isagi coordinate to pierce through the field. Yukimiya tries to steal the ball from Isagi, but Isagi just uses him as bait to get through a defender. Kaiser can't do anything because he's being marked by Don Lorenzo. So Isagi charges in the field without slowing down and gets a chance to score a goal. But Ness is there to mess with his balance. But Isagi shoots with his left leg, a left direct shot, and scores his first goal in the Neo-Egoist League. The game is tied and Kaiser has the ball. He passes with Ness. Ness uses himself as a shield against Don Lorenzo to make room for Kaiser. But the ball is still cleared by Ryu. Don Lorenzo is about to receive the ball, but Isagi is there to steal it. But then Nico is also there to steal the ball from Isagi, who also has Metavision. But the ball is out, and it's a throw-in for Bastard Munchin. Kunigami has the ball and does a feint shot into a cut-in. Isagi, Nico, and Kunigami are all after the ball. Reichi blocks Nico's path, and Isagi is able to steal the ball from Kunigami. Now Isagi coordinates with Corona to get near the goal, but Aiku is there to stop him. Isagi tries to trick Aiku with his side weapon, But Aiku sees through Isagi's bluff. Yukimiya calls out to Isagi, and Isagi passes to him. But Don Lorenzo is there to stop Isagi's pass. But then, Kaiser appears to receive Isagi's pass and rolls on Ryu's back and does a bicycle kick, Kaiser impact, and scores the goal. Kaiser and Isagi each have one goal in this match, and both of them are gunning for the final goal, with master striker Snuffy in the field. The Uber's offense evolved. Kaiser and Isagi stop Baru's goal, but they are having a hard time keeping up with Snuffy orchestrating the plays. Gagamaru was able to stop Baru's shot, and Isagi makes a counter with Yukimiya. But Yukimiya doesn't share the exact vision as Isagi, so his pass was too slow, and Snuffy was able to stop it. Isagi needs another piece that shares his vision, so Hiyori enters the match to help Isagi. Hiyori has the ball and is waiting for the right time to pass, but he sees Isagi isn't moving. Isagi is waiting for Hiyori to share the same vision as him and figure out the biggest blind spot in the field. They start their attack, and Kaiser is following Isagi to steal the last goal. Hiyori dribbles the ball and does a shooting motion, but it's a feint. Baru is there to stop Hiyori's pass to Isagi, but Isagi and Hiyori aren't even looking at each other. Hiyori passes, and Isagi runs past the defenders, only looking ahead. The ball catches up to him, and he shoots, and he scores, winning the match. Isagi wins the bet with Kaiser. In this match, he scored more goals than Kaiser, but Kaiser still has more goals than Isagi overall, so their rivalry isn't done yet. The fourth and final match starts, the match to decide who wins Isagi and Kaiser's rivalry. Isagi denies a pass from Rin. The match is so intense right from the start. Hiyori passes to Isagi, but Isagi sidesteps away from the ball. But Kunigami is there and heads the ball towards Isagi. Isagi breaks through, but Rin and Kaiser are there to stop him, so Isagi adapts and does a new move. He fakes with his left leg, but shoots with his right, combining his left and right direct shot. Two-gun volley. Isagi scores the goal and ties the match. Kaiser shoots the ball with a new technique, but it fails and misses the goal. Isagi kicks the ball away from Kaiser and is close to devouring him. Isagi starts to get in Kaiser's head, and Kaiser is pissed. Kaiser steals a pass to Hiyori and throws away his ego and starts working with others aside from Ness. Ness passes the ball towards Kaiser, but Kaiser lets it fall to Kiora. Kiora passes the ball forward, and Isagi thinks the pass is going to him, but the ball has a backspin to it, and it goes towards Kaiser instead. The ball stops, and Kaiser does his Kaiser Impact Magnus. The ball curves, and Kaiser scores. Isagi discovers different ego types, understanding each player better. The next step for Isagi's evolution. Isagi also discovers talented learners and geniuses, and that he isn't a genius, but a talented learner who adapts to geniuses. Kaiser is also a talented learner like Isagi, and Isagi learns that geniuses and talented learners are relative to each other. Isagi uses himself as a sacrificial pawn in order to stop Rin. Isagi does a chemical reaction with Kaiser, both talented learners, in order to stop Rin. And in order to stop Rin again, Isagi adapts and teams up with Kaiser. Kaiser agrees to team up, and with their teamwork, they are able to stop Rin. The advantage of a talented learner is awareness. That is faster than anyone else, a design no one can catch up to except Isagi. In the midst of the chaos in the field, the ball lands on Ness. Ness decides on a drive pass not suited for Kaiser Impact. That is meant to challenge Kaiser. But it wasn't Kaiser who catches up to the pass, but Isagi. No one could catch up to Isagi. And Isagi shoots, Isagi scores, and wins the match. Isagi has devoured and dethroned Kaiser by running with no wasted movement. He used Shido and Kaiser as obstacles and broke free to score, something Kaiser could have done as well if he had understood Ness. Kaiser couldn't turn himself into a goal machine and gave into emotion. So Isagi thanks Kaiser, his finest clown, ending their rivalry in the Neo Egoist League.